Good morning, my darlings. Welcome to a new vlog. It is Friday morning and it is a very, very grey, cozy Friday. Fridays are actually one of my favourite days of the week. I love to just kind of take stock of the week, tie up loose ends, get ready for the weekend. This is actually not a normal Friday because I have a work event this evening, which is unusual. It's very unusual for a work event to be on a Friday. In fact, I don't think I've ever had a work event on a Friday before, but this is one that I absolutely just could not say no to. It's at Estelle Manor and I love it there so much. I am a member, but to be able to go and stay the night is such a special treat. So I'll fill you in on all of that a little bit later on and obviously bring you along with me. But I want to get a little bit of just bits and bobs done at the house this morning before I head off. I'm gonna go at about 2:30, so after lunch we'll make our way over there. But there's just lots and lots of little bits and bobs on my to-do list this morning that I want to get done before we go, so I thought we could do those together. You can keep me company. So this morning I've already made the most delicious breakfast. I'll show you a few little clips on the screen here. I was busy chatting to my mum while I made it, otherwise I would have spoken it through with you. I bought some crumpets from M&S last week, and this morning I decided to do eggy crumpets. So that's just a couple of eggs whisked together, that's a funny word, whisked together in a bowl with some salt and pepper and a little bit of Italian herb seasoning, and then you dip your crumpets in it, in the egg mixture, and then fry your crumpets. It is so delicious, scrummy and very, very filling, so that was a great start to the day. I've just had a really cute delivery from Boden that included this, and I had to throw it on straight away. I thought it was so, so lovely. And let me show you the other gorgeous knit from my order. Okay, so you can see this jumper a little bit more clearly here. You can tell the vibes of today. I'm in my wide leg 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 trousers, which are so ridiculously comfortable. And this knit, it's perfect for this time of year because I do like to reserve my proper Christmas jumpers for December. But I feel like this is Nordic and a little bit festive and cozy, but it's not a Christmas jumper. You could definitely wear this in January, on ski trips, things like that. Oh, Dexy, there's some of your treat on the floor. How come you've not eaten it? Oh, there you go, baby. You must have forgotten it in all the excitement. And then this one here, I just think is so sweet. Also perfect for events at this time of year. I think I'm gonna take this with me to wear tonight because I've got a feeling that we might have like a cozy evening. Dexy, are you okay? I think he literally just inhaled it. You must slow down, you're like your father. Yeah, I think this evening we've got like a very cozy screening party viewing of a new show. That's a little bit of a sneak peek as to what the event's all about. So I thought I could pop on a lovely, slightly festive knit for the evening. I have got a feeling that bows are just going to be the biggest thing this Christmas. I was tempted to get a really big velvet bow for our archway outside. I just don't know how it would look after being wet and blown about for like 4 weeks before Christmas, so maybe I'll keep the bows inside, but I'll definitely be putting bows on our Christmas tree, reusing the velvet ribbons from last year. And I think I will try and find, I have got a kind of bronzy bow that I can clip into my hair, so that's going to be a nice cozy outfit to wear this evening. I've also packed a velvet jumpsuit. Something else which is bow themed, which could not be any cuter, is my new little wild deodorant. How adorable is this? I feel like this would be such a lovely little Christmas gift. In fact, they are releasing this and 3 limited edition scents, which I've got here as well, and I can't wait to, this is going to be a real first impressions. I can smell them already. Limited edition festive scents. I think this one's going to be my favourite. Berry Christmas. It actually smells like, an Anthropology candle. It smells so good. Vanilla butterscotch. That makes me really want to get a festive coffee. And then we've got Santa's cookies. Ooh, that's quite vanilla-y. Really, really cute. So yeah, you can get these 3 little scents and the bow case from Wild Deodorant as a gift set this year, which I think is absolutely adorable. I'm sure many of you, most of you are probably already very, very familiar with Wild Deodorant. I have been working with Wild for many years now, wearing it as my daily deodorant for many, many years. As you probably remember, this is the little refill and you pop it, this is the base that I just pulled out of the bow case. You pop it on there, slot this back on top, boop, and then you can spin it round to access your lovely creamy stick deodorant. What I love about Wild deodorants, as well as the fact that the cases are absolutely adorable and the scents are always amazing, the fact that it is refillable obviously means that you're saving so much unnecessary plastic, unnecessary packaging from going into landfill. And let's face it, we all have bathroom cabinets full of products, and a lot of it where there's an easy switch for something more sustainable. I think that's a really wise thing to do, and you're not sacrificing anything by switching to this because you get really incredible protection, 24-hour protection. It's really creamy on the underarms, which I know sounds weird, but it's quite like a pampering thing to use. I actually look forward to applying my deodorant. It works incredibly well, you smell fantastic, and the ingredients are lovely natural ingredients, no harsh chemicals in here. It's vegan, it's cruelty-free, paraben-free, aluminium-free. So basically the best ingredients, the fact that the case is reusable, refillable, the actual refills are compostable, so month on month when you do need to top it up, you're literally not throwing anything away, which I think is fantastic. Each time you use a little refill, instead of buying a traditional deodorant, you're saving 30 grams of plastic, and think how that really, really adds up. And your deodorant is powered by plants, but you still get the most incredible effectiveness. I wear this all the time, so when I'm in the gym, when I'm gardening all day, when I'm on holiday, so I can very much vouch for its effectiveness. I do have a discount code with Wild Deodorant, and you can also use the code on subscriptions, which I think would be a really fantastic gift idea for a daughter, a mum, a friend, a husband. Charlie uses Wild as well, so I do have a discount code. I'll leave a QR code on the screen here. My discount code until the beginning of next month is actually being boosted up to 25% discount, so make the most of it. If you are yet to switch over to Wild, now is a really, really fantastic time. But if you happen to stumble upon this video later on, then you can still use my discount code for 20% off. So still a fantastic saving. I will leave all the links and all of the information that you need in the description box down below. And yeah, how fabulous to match your deodorant to your Christmas decorations. So I've put in the vanilla butterscotch fragrance. That's going to be my scent for the next month or so. And then when it comes to my Christmas scent, I can choose between these two. How adorable. Something else fairly random but potentially quite game-changing that arrived in the post this morning. I wonder if any of you guys have heard of this. It's a brand called 𝑭𝒊𝒅, and last week when I hosted that lovely event with Wild Nutrition at the �Le Manoir Hotel, one of the ladies there, Lolly, she actually mentioned this when we were making our teas and coffees at the end, because I was like, oh, I just can't give up my oat milk and I love having it in my coffee, and she said, Josie, you have to try this. So it is obviously vegan, being it's essentially powdered oat milk. So ingredient wise, I think the reason why she really rated this was because it didn't have seed oils in it. I don't really personally think there's too much of a problem with seed oils, but everyone is different. So the ingredients are gluten-free, organic oats, coconut MCT powder, chicory root fibre, calcium carbonate and vitamin B12. So actually this will be really, really good if you're vegan and if you do also want to cut out unnecessary oils. So it says 1 scoop per 200 ml of water, give it a good shake and then use immediately or refrigerate for later. So when I make my afternoon coffee that I'll take with me in the car to Estelle, I'm gonna make it with this and see if it's any good. I love Oatly Barista, I really, really do. I get the organic one. Oh, maybe this is the perfect amount. Hopefully, that would be really handy, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'll let you know how it is in case anyone else is interested. Randomly, something like this could be quite a good little stocking filler. Obviously, this would be an amazing stocking filler, but for someone that, if you've got, oh, it's just started raining, I was gonna go and plant out my garlic. Darn it. Yeah, this would be a good stocking filler. I'm in quite a weird mood this morning. I think I'm quite excited. I'm excited about what's happening tonight. There's something else really fun happening tomorrow, and then there's something really fun happening. So I'm just full of beans today. But anyway, I am going to potter around the house and get a few little odd jobs done. Then hopefully it'll stop raining and we can go out and plant my garlic. How exciting. I don't even think you'll be able to see it, but it's the kind of rain that if it was a little bit colder, it would be snow. It's just that really fine, misty rain, and if it was snow, it would be giving such a beautiful covering. It was actually only a week-ish further on in the year when we had the snow in November last year, and yet I could quite happily trot around outside without a jacket on today. Crazy autumn weather. Well, today is a very good delivery day. I have received a Christmas gift from the King's property from Highgrove. This is so amazing. Wow. So this has arrived this morning. Oh my goodness me. A humongous hamper. I would say to get someone a Christmas gift from Highgrove is like top tier Christmas gift alert. And I thought we could just have a little sneak peek in here together. I love the hamper. I mean, I love the fact that it's a royal Highgrove hamper, beautifully made. Even these straps, they're like antique, oh, very sturdy, antique bronze and leather buckles. How gorgeous. I don't know if this is going to be like pampering products or edible products. Let's have a look. Oh, how exciting. So Highgrove, before he was the king, was King Charles's main residence, and now it's just the most beautiful property. I think it is technically in the Cotswolds. It's near 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, just over an hour from here, and you can go and have afternoon tea there. At certain times of the year you can go and do garden tours, but they also have a range of products, some of which are lovely things like fruit preserves and honeys, but they also have Highgrove branded things like candles, and they've even done collaborations with Burberry and Penhaligon's. They are really, really smashing it. How cute. This beautiful little watercolor Christmas card. Oh, dear Josie, we hope you enjoy this royal Christmas hamper from the Highgrove shop, the proceeds of which support the charitable work of the King's Foundation. Amazing. Our products are available to purchase online and at our shop in 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. Wishing you and your family a wonderful Christmas and festive season. Best wishes, Charles and Camilla. I'm joking. Best wishes from the King's Foundation. How lovely is that? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness me. We've actually got... Is this a Christmas pudding? A Christmas cake? Oh, and it doesn't go out of date until January, so this is us sorted now. This is our Christmas cake for Christmas. Oh my gosh. Wow, that is so beautiful. So you've got I presume marzipan or icing sugar crown and the holly. So Christmas cake, I'm pretty sure it's like a rich fruit cake, isn't it? Surrounded by marzipan. Suitable for vegetarians. Oh, how incredible. What have we got here? Christmas, oh my gosh, sorry, this is jam-packed. Ooh, we got some, oh, I will not be sharing this. Actually, I will, because I know that Charlie's dad will love this. Dark chocolate orange slices. We're actually going to see Charlie's mum and dad at the weekend, so I think we'll bring this as a lovely treat. How gorgeous. Chocolate orange slices. Also just lovely to have in your drawer if you know that you might have friends or neighbours pop in over the festive season. Ooh, what is this? Christmas preserve. A seasonal mix of plums, apples and fruit spices in this beautiful little jar with the Highgrove branding on it. What a treat. Oh my goodness me. Highgrove, is this a kind of sparkling wine? Highgrove Cuvée Champagne. So it is actually made in France, so it is officially a champagne. Non-vintage Brut Cuvée with the Highgrove branding. I mean, how fabulous. How absolutely gorgeous is this? What a treat. Imagine sending someone a hamper from Highgrove. Shortbread fingers. Ooh. Yes. Oh my gosh, Christmas shortbread with cinnamon and orange. That sounds amazing. I feel like that's the kind of thing that I should try recreating as well. I should try making some of those with chocolate with cinnamon and orange. Yummy. I feel like this is never ending. Of course, we have got an organic leaf tea. This is the Prince of Wales blend. Just bring you in a little bit closer. We have got a traditional, a well-rounded, a beautifully rounded Assam tea, inspired, the finest organic products inspired by the royal gardens at Highgrove. If you know a tea lover, then surely a jar of Highgrove tea is like the best of the best when it comes to gifts. We've got a Christmas pudding. So what's the difference between a Christmas cake and a Christmas pudding? Maybe this is the one that comes with, that's like more of a rich fruit cake. Possibly. I'll have to ask Charlie. He knows these kinds of things. Ooh la la. This is like a treasure hunt. I think this might be a mug or a candle would be my bet. I think it's a mug. That is so cute. God save the king. Oh my goodness. Oh, Charlie's granddad would have loved this. That is so sweet. Actually, my uncle would love this. I'm gonna save that for him. He's coming over next weekend as well. And then last but not least, is this one gonna say God save the Queen? Probably. Oh no, this one also says God save the king, but then you have matching mugs in your kitchen. How gorgeous. They're so traditional. To commemorate the coronation of King Charles on the 6th of May 2023. That's what it says on the inside. So if you know a royal family lover, someone that absolutely adores our king, don't we all, then what a gorgeous gift idea. Thank you, Highgrove. This is exceptionally generous. I will be sharing these goodies far and wide. And now I'm actually going to use this hamper for storing the apples that are like the last little straggler apples from our tree, because this fluff that comes in the hamper, I will just double check there's nothing else in here. Okay, my darlings, please excuse this strange angle, but we're down here in the kitchen garden and I'm going to plant out my garlic, as I said, now that it's stopped raining and it's actually brightening up, which is great because I think we have got a few outdoor activities this afternoon. They've been a little bit elusive as to what we're actually doing, so I'm not 100% sure, but I know at Estelle you can do archery, you can do paddle, so I'll just pack loads of outfits depending on what we're going to do. So when you are sowing garlic, you will need an actual garlic clove that you then break up into you'll need a garlic bulb which you then want to break up into individual cloves, and they start sprouting from the top, so you want to make sure they're facing the right way up, and plant them about an inch deep, 6 inches apart in some nice, fairly sunny positioned, well-draining soil. I'm going to use my favourite tool, which is my dibber. I asked our friend Jack, who was the royal head gardener at Highgrove, what was King Charles's favourite gardening tool, and I can't remember what it was. I'll have to leave the vlog on the screen where you can go and watch it, the last time I was at Highgrove. So have a little look at that, watch of that vlog if you want to know what the King's favourite gardening tool was. But anyway, let's get planting. Of course, I forgot we've actually turned off the water down here, so I can't fill up my watering can, and I can't turn on the beds because at this time of year there is a little risk of frost, and that would completely mess up our system. So I'm just gonna have to hope that it rains again. I've planted 2 rows of garlic here, and I think in a couple of weeks we'll start to see some little green shoots coming up. And just because I had them, I do this and then I instantly regret it. I just shoved some anemone bulbs in the ground there, which is really random, but nothing else will really grow that much in this bed in spring, so it'd be nice to have something early. Now I'm not going to plant that much more over the autumn, it's just too much work. And I think I'm going to save myself that task this year. Look, after that rain earlier, it's now blue skies. Oh my goodness. What a gorgeous day. Right, let's get this back into the greenhouse and clean my dibber. Okay, my darlings, welcome to the office. I'm actually in Charlie's chair. I feel like the godfather. I'm sitting down because today's been a really, really good delivery day, and I hope you don't mind me sharing lots of bits and bobs with you today, but I feel like it is just that time of year, isn't it? We're thinking about Christmas gifting, we're thinking about cozy layering pieces, we're thinking about what we may want to put on our Christmas wish lists, and of course amazing events as well. So this is a little bit of a dream come true. I received a DM from Strathbury and they said, would I like to have a little look at their new collection and choose a piece? And I'm not gonna lie, I've had Strathbury bags on my wish list for quite some time now, basically because of Instagram and other content creators. They've done their job and they've made me really, really lust over a Strathbury bag. I have got a couple in my collection already, which I've had for many, many years. One of my favorite cute little bags, I'll see if I can find a photo. I think the last time I wore it was actually in Disneyland Paris around Valentine's Day a couple of years ago. Little pink bag with a heart on it with the iconic Strathbury crossbar. I don't know the technical name for that design detail, but I don't want to get too excited in case one is a pair of socks or something. I love socks, wouldn't be disappointed with that at all, but there are 2 boxes here. So let's have a little look inside. This says on here, nano grain chocolate with vanilla stitch. That also makes me really want a coffee. Sounds yummy. Beautiful presentation. We've got black tissue paper. Can I confess something? At this time of year, if I get tissue paper that I've not ripped, I save it for Christmas gift wrapping, because when Charlie and I do stockings for each other, we just do tissue paper. Not quite as bad as Smithy in Gavin and Stacey using tin foil. What did we use the other day? I wrapped something up in baking paper and it was almost as good as tin foil. Okay, we've got a little dust bag here. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is so cute. Look at the colour. I will confess, a big bag person, but in the evenings and when I actually want to try to look a little bit chic, there is nothing more chic. There's nothing more chic than a little bag, and this is just the perfect evening bag, isn't it? It can still go over your wrist so that you can have your hands free, easy access, magnetic, plenty of room in here for my camera. I don't know if my phone will fit in here. If I take the case and chain off, oh yeah, it does. Silly me, of course it does. And my camera will fit in there too. Isn't that so elegant? I'm gonna wear this bag tonight. How stunning is that? There is also, I've put my phone on my pearl thing because I was in London yesterday, and I like to wear my phone crossbody when I'm in London because you can never be too safe. But there's also a crossbody strap in here. I'm actually going to keep that aside because I think especially when you're wearing these lovely bags in the evening, it's nice to hold them on. Hold on to them as clutch bags. Oh my gosh, surely this is not another bag. Oh my goodness me. Their designs, this is a British brand. They are created, designed and made up in Scotland. Oh, that is so chic. Oh my gosh, this is unlike anything in my collection. This bag is called the Mini Tote in Embossed Croc in burgundy. So you flick the handle through that little T-bar. It's a very, I feel like with, ooh, there's a strap in there. With Strathbury, they've really nailed their aesthetics, because I think Meghan Markle and Princess Catherine have got Strathbury bags. I mean, they do feel very regal, don't they? What a way to elevate an autumn outfit. I think actually for this afternoon's activities, because this kind of croc is really, really durable, you can, not that I'd recommend it, but you can like splatter mud up it, and it's wipe clean. It's essentially a wipe clean bag. And if I'm going to be wearing, to be honest, this afternoon, I think we'll probably either be going for a walk, or maybe, I've got a feeling we might be doing archery, something like that. So I'm probably going to wear a wax jacket, brown leggings, wellies, and then just wearing this crossbody over the front would look so very chic, wouldn't it? So I am going to put the cross shoulder strap in there. I am so grateful. Sometimes I get like a wave of emotion where I'm like, what have I done to deserve this? I know that sounds silly, but I feel so, so grateful that brands send me such beautiful things. And it is because of you guys, and it is because of the engagement that you show with this channel, and still watching my videos after so many years of being online. And yeah, I am forever grateful. But also, if you guys didn't love seeing these things, then you wouldn't buy these things. And brands, you know, I'm quite analytics driven. So if I suddenly started talking about really, really luxurious pieces like Hermes bags and Chanel jackets, and I saw that no one was buying anything from my links, then I would know that I'm off the mark. But I feel like the kind of level that I personally shop at, so when it comes to bags, we're not talking crazy ridiculous designer price tags, just premium. You get beautiful quality, you get sensational design, but you're not paying like for a crazy brand name. And the kind of clothes I love to wear, high street, premium high street, a little bit of designer. I know that that resonates with many of you, because I see from the analytics, I'm obsessed with the analytics of seeing what you guys are clicking on, what you guys are buying. So hopefully you find it interesting. But yes, very, very grateful to Strathbury for those beautiful, beautiful gifts. How clever is this? Just noticed as well that the dust bag is actually a little tote bag. It's just such a good little design detail. Such a nice touch. So I can put both of them, I think I've done it the wrong way around, in their own little bags. Cute. Okay, so I've just been sitting here thinking, and flashback to 5 minutes ago when I was unboxing the Highgrove incredibly generous hamper. And I mentioned that the profits from that go to the King's Foundation. The King's Foundation, I feel, is a charity that is such an incredible one, because they help, I think it's over 15,000 students, people, every single year to really build up their skills and to build a community that really encourages sustainability. It's a charity that the King is incredibly passionate about things such as farming, young people's well-being, and heritage crafts that are potentially getting lost in this day and age. And you might remember when we went to Highgrove, probably about this time last year, we saw some students that were learning carpentry, some students that were learning millinery. We could see that there had been studies on how to farm in regenerative ways. Just so many incredible teachings to really pass on these traditions, which are at the heart of, I guess, British culture for many, many centuries. We see it living here in a village surrounded by farmland, how important these ways of life have been over the centuries. So the charity helps the students to learn these practices very much rooted in nature and tradition, and I think it's a really, really wonderful charity to support. So that is basically where the profits from the hampers will be going this year. And me sitting here undoing these lovely gifts from brands, having received that beautiful hamper, I feel that I'd like to do something a little bit more for the King's Foundation as a big thank you and a little pre-Christmas way of giving back, and I thought you guys could help as well. So if you watched this far in the video, or if you choose to watch to the end of the video, that is your way of helping the King's Foundation, because what I'm going to do is I am going to donate the ad revenue from this video to the King's Foundation, and that could be a few £100s, it could be a few £1,000 if this video does really well, but it's just a little token of appreciation, and you guys have done your bit as well, so thank you for watching. I will post on, I'll mention in a video in a week or so what the amount was that we raised, and yeah, that's going to go to the King's Foundation. So thank you for watching, because that's your very own way of helping. Now, I've got something else to show you as well, which I actually really love your opinion on. Spectacles. I now am wearing spectacles most evenings when I watch TV, because otherwise I was finding that I was watching the TV looking like this, and I feel like buying glasses, I buy practically everything online, so why not buy glasses online? And in the summer I got a few pairs of sunglasses from Smart Buy Glasses, and I noticed that they had some really nice frames as well. So I've got a few frames that are my prescription from Smart Buy Glasses, and I thought I'd show them to you, and you can let me know which ones you think suit me, which ones should be left for only watching TV in bed and never see the light of day, because they're all very different styles. I feel like my mum would love these. She loves a statement pair of glasses. She's got some very trendy Dior glasses. I might take these with me for tonight as well, because yeah, as I mentioned, we do have a screening of, should I just tell you? We've got a screening of a brand new TV show coming to Sky. I'll save the details for later, because also I will know more later. But just while we're talking about Sky, Charlie and I have been obsessed with the Iris Affair. It's the TV show that Sky were promoting when I went to Bicester Village a couple of weeks ago. We had lunch in the Italian restaurant La Tua Pasta, because it's all set in Italy. But this show is so good. It's not what I thought it was going to be at all. Very brief overview without doing any spoilers. Iris is basically a genius, and she loves puzzles. Not like Scrabble, as in like MI5 kind of puzzles. And this super wealthy, I think he's like a multi-squillionaire, needs to find someone who's really good at problem solving to help him with this weird, like, I don't really understand what the project is, to be honest, yet. It's like a weird AI monster that he's created, and he's basically bringing Iris on to help him with this project. Sounds weird, it's amazing, and it's all set in Italy, in Sicily. They're about to go to Rome. Why was I talking about that? Oh, because it's on Sky. So definitely recommend that. But for tonight and for TV viewing, I think these are quite cute. I love a cat eye. I think that is my favorite shape. They will get makeup on them, so I'm gonna have to keep them nice and clean. But that is pair number one. They're going to come with me, so I'm gonna put them with the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 bag. Pair number two, also from Gucci. These are a lot more bold. These are the ones that I think maybe will be the ones that I leave at home for watching TV in bed, but I thought something quite classic. They look black, but they're actually a very deep tortoise shell, and I don't know if I suit, oh, I feel like I can see even better in these. Is that a placebo? I don't know. Oh, actually I do quite like them. What do we think? The brown or the white? Quite like them both, actually. When I was holding these up, I thought they'd be too harsh for my face, too dark. I quite like them. They're giving autumn winter. Maybe these should be my driving glasses. I don't, like, legally, technically, I don't need to wear glasses for driving, but it just sharpens, my eyesight is not that bad. Especially now that I'm taking my moringa in my morning matcha. But if it helps me see the trees on the horizon more clearly, let me know which is your favorite of those two. And then this final pair is, I think, possibly a Smart Buy Glasses own brand. They're just really simple. Oh, but I thought they were so pretty. They've got like a white mottled pinky tortoise shell detail at the back. These might be really granny-ish. I like these as well. They're all so cute. These are probably the most, well, they're definitely the most subtle. I love them. Don't you think I look like Father Christmas with big white eyebrows? So cute. These are going to be the ones that I put in my bedside table. Do other people that don't have to wear glasses all the time, do you leave glasses scattered around the house, or am I being ridiculous? Bedside table, car, and then the first ones are like the ones that come around with me. That's the plan. That's the plan. Right, got 15 minutes before I really need to hit the road for Estelle. And sorry, I feel like I'm throwing a lot of products at you, but I know that lots of you really like this bit. I've just got a few little pieces from And Other Stories that I want to really quickly try on that I ordered last week, because I might potentially bring them with me for the overnight stay. So let's give them a try. Okay, so first of all, I just can't resist a really classic knitted jumper. This one is quite short, and if I was to be designing this, I would make it longer. We're not starting off on the best note, because also it's a little bit itchy. Normally doesn't bother me, because actually I like to wear things with thermals on underneath. However, my thermals don't come up to my neck, and I feel that this could get a little bit itchy. I do think this could look quite cute over a roll neck, but am I going to reach for this when there are other options in my wardrobe? I'm just not sure about that. I think if you were to wear cozy knits like this to work or something with jeans, then you probably don't want them to be long, because that to me is a lot more casual, and this would obviously tuck in really nicely, and it is a real classic when it comes to the pattern and the silhouette. But yeah, just that little bit itchy, so it's probably a 6 out of 10 for me. Not probably not a keeper. So sorry, started on not a great note. That's better. This is just really nice, classic, cozy autumn piece of knitwear. It is a brown cardigan. I think we're all a little bit in love with this colour at this time of year. But I've got like roll necks in this colour, but not any cardies. So I've got a really tickly schnoz today. TMI, sorry. Really cute, just very simple brown cardigan. I'm going to try on, not that I would necessarily normally accessorize in this way, but imagine if you've got a really lovely knitted, potentially knitted, could be not knitted, jumper dress that you want to elevate for a Christmas carol concert, then why not add a faux fur little neck thing? So imagine, I'm gonna have to do this at some point to actually show you, because I just thought having a cute little faux fur, it's essentially like a little mini cape. Need to cut the label out because that could get terribly annoying, but how cute is this? I think it could look really lovely. And how about this is definitely not the best way of showing you these things, but especially because it's so dark in the background, little matching fluffy hat. This would have been so nice for like bonfire night and fireworks and things like that, but I do have a particular event in mind and a particular dress in mind that I could style up with these little faux fur details, and I think it could look rather lovely. Okie dokie, and this is the last one, and now I kind of do feel that I saved the best till last. I would say it actually looks nicer in real life than it's looking on camera. On camera it's looking a bit shiny, I think because I have had to put some lights up because now the sun has disappeared for the day. But like I was just saying about super long line jumpers, I just find it most flattering when it goes below the buttocks, and this is a nice length if you just want something cozy and flattering to wear at home. And I do love a big wide open sleeve. So there we go, my few little selects from And Other Stories. I will try and put together an outfit soon with the faux fur stole and hat, so you can see that in more detail, because I think that could look really lovely, and I've definitely not showed it at its best capability, but a few lovely pieces which I will leave linked down below. Now I'm going to hit the road, and I will see you at Estelle Manor, and I will reveal, well I kind of already have, but I'll tell you more about why we're there, and yeah, I'm excited to see what we're getting up to this afternoon. It's all been very elusive. At Estelle, and of course straight to the kitchen garden, not to admire the veggies, but to, well, I will be admiring the veggies, you all know that, but I've got a little garden room for the night. Oh, this is so cute. I am in here. So let me give you a little room tour in real time. Dun dun dun. Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh my goodness, we have Katie Loxton bag. This is so beautiful. Oh my goodness me. The interiors here are just sensational. Have you ever seen such a cozy room? Oh my goodness. Wow. It just goes on and on and on. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Huge bed. I'm going to be very comfortable. And then through here, the bathroom. Oh my gosh. The most photogenic and beautiful bathroom in the entire world. I love the wooden bathtubs. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful, beautiful room. We've got 15 minutes. I was a little bit late because I, long story short, had to go and pick up some wellies from the Bull pub, which we left during bush camp, and I was waiting a little while for them to find them. So I'm a little bit later than I'd hoped to be, but I'm just gonna pop myself down for a second, and then we're meeting the gang for, I think they said archery and clay pigeon shooting, both of which I'm sure I'll be rubbish at, but I will do my very best. Okay, shall we take a little sneak peek into this beautiful bag? What an amazing size. They put my initials on. It's called the Milan cabin bag. That could be very, very useful. I always find with Katie Loxton things, the quality is so stunning. Do you know what? Before I open this, I'm actually going to make myself a really quick coffee. Ah, amazing. Okay, I've got my coffee. It's 3:30, so I'm really playing with fire. I should not be drinking coffee this late. I'm gonna let that cool down for a second. But I've seen the itinerary, and I think we are watching the first episode of All Her Faults at 9 p.m. And then we got a nightcap at 10 p.m. and I'm normally in bed by 10, so I am gonna need that rocket fuel. Okay, no more distractions. Let's see what is in. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. Wow, this is a bag full of goodies. Cute. Oh my gosh. These are the cutest PJs I think I've ever seen. 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. They're like a burgundy check with this little ruffle. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet. Okay, I cannot wait to snuggle up in those later. We have got a tote bag that is going to be very useful for carrying everything home in. 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. Very cool. That is so funny. I don't know if this was meant to be in here. I wonder if someone was reading this on the train on the way here. But I was thinking about Stylist magazine. Oh, maybe they've sponsored it. I was thinking about Stylist magazine the other day because I used to absolutely love getting this every week when I used to live in London. It's one of these magazines that they hand out for free by the tube. Maybe there's an article in here about the episode, or maybe whoever had to bring these things from London just put it in my bag. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm very grateful either way, and I will definitely be reading that. Ooh, this is pretty. 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 design. Is this a candle? Oh my goodness. That is heavenly. The cutest little candle in this kind of marbly case. Oh my gosh, we've even got some skincare goodies. Wow, that sounds nice. A brand called 𝑎THENAI, London. Sanctuary Eau de Parfum, Rose and Frankincense. And then the Estée Lauder Advanced Night Repair. I love the sound of this perfume. Very chic bottle. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. Ooh. Oh, I need to be quick. We're meant to be starting archery in 10 minutes. And we've got the sweetest, I think this is 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, like beauty pouch. Pouch within a pouch. Conscious Yoga Collective. Handmade by Indian artisans. How lovely. Oh my gosh. With this big tiger print on. Now I have a feeling, because Sky are very, very clever, that these pieces are probably going to be related to the show, so I'm sure I'll find out a little bit later. But anyway, as I said, I need to get back up to the house. We're doing archery, we're doing clay pigeon shooting. Did I bring my glasses with me? That's the question. I don't even know if I did, because that would be an instance where glasses would be very useful. Not gonna need my sunglasses anymore. Not gonna need my laptop. Okay, let's go.
We are heading into the adventure lodge.
Really works.
Oh my goodness me.
He's not upset, I promise. He's...
Oh, look at these precious babies.
Yeah, they're also like bonded to us.
Everyone is working on their target practice. This.
Nobody wants to be shot. It's a lot of paperwork.
No, I'd rather
Both
not.
have to do the paperwork.
Yep.
So ranges live means you can go, start shooting away. Stop just means please don't shoot. Could be a kid, dog, you know, endangered species.
Where are we looking for this, live or not?
No, it's just we'll say it.
Oh, I
So
see.
these are the
Oh,
commands that we
okay.
give to you. Just so now the range is live, everybody's shooting.
I see.
You say stop, hopefully nobody carries on.
Yes.
The last one is clear. That's probably the most important one for me, because that means I'm heading out there.
Oh my gosh.
The back ring is your focus, so when you're looking down the scope, you want it to be a nice clear picture with a big plus sign in the middle.
Okay.
The way that you achieve that is by getting your eye in the right position. So if you're all the way touching the scope,
Okay. Don't drop the gun, Boris.
This is very out of my comfort zone. Oh, you're doing really well. Yeah,
go,
so that
yeah.
goes down.
you're dangerous.
You're dangerous now. Yeah. Did you put your thingy in?
I put my bullet in.
You pull it.
So yeah, come forward till your elbows are on the table.
Okay.
This goes just in there.
Where does my other hand go?
Wherever, that's fine. And then remember your cheek coming.
Finger. That's quite a...
So rest that on your cheek, like your cheekbone
Oh, on my cheek.
here.
Oh, I see. Okay, like that.
And
Oh,
then
now I
just
can't
bring
see
it-
anything.
Just move your head around till you can look through the scope.
I can't see anything. It's black.
Yeah. So you're like this.
Yeah.
Just try and look through it. So I rest my, that's my cheek. Just there.
Okay.
And I look through it. You also then pull this back quite far enough. So make sure it clicks.
Is
So
that
let's see. Yeah,
in
you're live
position
now.
now?
You're closing the wrong eye. That would be why.
Okay.
Does that happen a lot? Do you
Yeah,
all do that
it
a lot?
does. There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Right, where's my trigger? Nah.
Slightly louder than this.
Okay, so I'm lining up my that far away.
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay.
And then just move it round till you see what you want to shoot.
I think I missed.
Got him.
At least you shot it. That's good.
Okay. Round two.
She's doing it. Right, you're going to have to talk me through how to do this.
Okay,
So
so
pull
we're
this
twisting it,
back.
we're pulling it out. So now
Yeah.
we're taking a little bullet,
Bullet.
flat side towards us,
Okay.
and then pushing it back in, 4 fingers away. Yeah. Shuts the right eye, shut the left eye. And then,
Don't shut the
yeah,
right
don't shut the right eye, that's what I was doing wrong. I don't know if it's working.
No?
Am I, did
So
I not lock
you got to be quite strong to pull that back.
Oh, you have to,
Yeah,
right.
really get it pulled
Once
back.
the bullet's in, you do that.
Yeah.
I see, okay, thank you.
Or before you put the bullet in, you pull it back.
Ah,
So it gives you a bit more space as well.
okay.
Now try go for one of the ones that are closer in. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, pull that back slightly further. Be quite tough.
Oh, yeah. I
Do it
see.
quite quick.
Yay, I think I hit
Yeah,
it.
you got him. Didn't knock him down, so aim for that circle.
Oh.
And then next one. You got him.
Okay.
How do you get that to knock down?
Oh, I haven't done it yet. So
No.
I think it's harder than it looks.
It is.
Yes! I got one! Oh my god!
Aim your first two in the centre. If they're coming down here, then you need to aim up here to bring it back up into the centre. If you're going for grouping, just aim at the centre every time. Wherever they end up, you want as tight a group as possible. Apart from that, range is live, fire when ready. When you're looking at the targets, if you're unsure as to which one is you, look at the top left corner and you'll see your name on there through the scope.
There is no way I'll be able to see my name. Sounds very promising.
Thank you.
You're very well.
How did they all go so quickly?
Wow, we started late, didn't we?
Yeah. Practice.
Your left foot goes up against the line here. If you're right-handed, if you're left-handed, please just swap it round. It's quite confusing. And your left hand is going to go where this number 7 is. Nice straight wrist, otherwise it'll get a bit achy after a while. Your right foot is going to go shoulder width apart, and you're going to face your shoulders parallel to one of the walls. Once it's in there, it's not going anywhere, so you don't need to worry too much. Just please point it this way. Cool? What you're doing from there, 3 fingers on your right hand, just like the Hunger Games, sits right underneath the brass beads, and you're pulling it up to your cheekbone, closing your left eye. From there, point it in the bullseye, take a shot.
Nice.
There we go.
Yep.
Woo, that was so close.
That arm out straight. Facing this way.
Yay, on the board! Yay! Baby steps.
Well done.
Nice.
Where did that go?
Yeah.
On the board.
To the back.
That is in the blue or the red.
Woo!
Can't.
I think it's in the red. We'll go with that.
Yeah, that's good.
3 on the board.
Very good. That's amazing.
Okay, my darlings, we are back to the rooms. That was such a fun way to spend the afternoon. I did accidentally face plant my camera, even though it was on the tripod, so I really hope the lens is okay, the focus is okay. What a plonker I am. So we were doing, it wasn't really clay pigeon shooting, it was like shooting practice. I have never shot a gun before. I hope I never need to, but I thought it's maybe a skill, I don't know. Turns out I'm okay at shooting a gun. It's actually a lot harder than I thought it would be, and I thought it would be pretty hard, but I managed to hit the target most of the times, and we did a little kind of competition at the end, and you might be able to see from here that I did hit the target pretty close to the middle quite a few times. So yeah, there's a little random skill. And then we did archery, which again was really fun. We were all saying that as humans we've been shooting bow and arrows for centuries and centuries. It's almost built into us that we're able to do that, and it was really interesting learning the correct technique and putting our skills to the test. I shot a little clip on my iPhone, which I'll put on the screen here, showing that I did hit the target on most of the attempts. But yeah, really fun activities, and it was all about testing our perception, and it's all going to relate to the show that we're watching later. I've heard a few of the girls talking about it, and it sounds like it's going to be so gripping, so I can't wait to watch the first episode tonight. But as you might be able to hear, I'm running a bath. I thought I would just chill in the tub for half an hour or so, and then get ready for dinner. Okay, I may have been in the bathtub a little bit longer than I probably should have been. We're meeting in 20 minutes, so I need to really quickly get ready. I always bring my makeup in these flat lay company bags. Again, I think they'd make incredible Christmas gifts. They are so handy because you basically open it up, whoop, and then you can see all of your products really, really clearly. I've also got this cute little one with teddy bears on it. It's so adorable. So I don't have time to start my makeup again from scratch, so I'm just basically going to apply on top of what I've already got on. Just gonna do my makeup in this mirror here. Yeah, my makeup's lasted pretty well today, but it's just a bit shiny. So I've used the Merit complexion stick in the shade Camel, and I'll just blend this in with a sponge. That was such a nice bath, and I was catching up. I didn't watch it in real time, but I was catching up on Zoella's Halloween. She did a week of vlogging over Halloween in the lead up to her Halloween party. So I haven't actually watched any of them aside from the one that I just watched, which is the last one where they went trick-or-treating and had their actual party, which looked really, really fun. So this is an amazing product. It's like a concealer meets foundation. The thing that I normally wear as my base. Oh my gosh, please don't tell me I've come without it. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. It's my old one because it's the old style packaging, but the Arborian CC cream goes as my base every single day. But the Merit complexion stick is quite good if you need a couple of top-ups. I never really change up the makeup in my travel makeup bag, so you've probably seen this on all of our trips this summer. It's a bronzer from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 and it's like a gel cream bronzer. It works really nicely when you've got a bit of a natural tan. To be honest, I've not used it since I've been pale, post-summer pale. I was talking to someone earlier about microneedling facials because I feel like, I forgot my LED mask, that's so annoying. Yeah, I feel like my skin texture could definitely be improved upon. When I look in this mirror, it actually looks fine, it looks great, it looks glowing, but then sometimes when like that is an uplighter and my skin doesn't look so great there. Maybe it's just me, maybe it's just bad lighting. Okay, what blusher do I have in here? Love these by Terry blushes. This is Tea to Tan in the shade Brick Beach. That's a funny name. It's a little bit corally, but not like summery. I think blush just makes you instantly look healthy, like you've spent a good amount of time outside. So I do like to go quite heavy on the blush. My favorite little eyeshadow palettes are these from Hourglass. This one I'd say is my favorite. It's Idealist, and I use the pink all over my lid. I did have a tiny bit of bronzer on my eyelids earlier today because I just did my makeup so quickly this morning. So this is a nice little top up. There's so many lovely people here on this overnight stay with Sky. And while we were shooting earlier, I was catching up with Zena, who I absolutely adore. She's just such a creative and fabulous soul. And we had some lovely chats. And Nathan and Nicholas are here. Those chaps live up in Scotland, in Edinburgh, the most stylish gentleman in the entire world. And I love watching Nicholas on YouTube. His channel is so, he just makes me instantly so relaxed. I've got a highlight here from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, and it's really quite strong. So you only need the tiniest bit. Oh no, something's exploded in here. No, no. This is my other Aborian favourite. I've not put the lid on properly, that's my fault. The BB creme. If you ever want a little bit more coverage than the CC, then go for the BB. Right, I'm gonna have to tip out this entire makeup bag. That is actually a disaster. Oh no! Oh, and I think this stuff stains as well. Look at my lash serum. Luckily it's all coming off quite easily. It must have burst quite recently. Just having a mad dash panic thinking I'd forgotten toothpaste, but luckily they have a dental kit in the room. I have my new 𝑭𝒐𝑖 toothbrush. You press the button and that little light means an LED light is cleaning your toothbrush head. So brush my teeth. I always brush my teeth after doing makeup because I don't like getting foundation lips, and then I'll pop some lip balm on while I get dressed, and then some lipstick as a finishing touch. That's a handy little size. I did remember to bring my cute little velvet hair bow. Speaking of bows, quick deodorant top up. Don't normally top it up in the day, but as I had a bath. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so festive. It's almost like giving yourself a little bit of a lymphatic drainage massage when you... Oh, did I just flash you? Probably. I'm gonna do this. It's like giving yourself a lymphatic drainage massage when you use this deodorant. I love it. Okay, lipstick. Very old Victoria Beckham lip liner. MAC Kinda Sexy. And I'm gonna do a little bit of gloss tonight. This is Max Factor Miracle Pure Lip Enhancer. Don't know when I got this. Pretty. Okay, I'm gonna get dressed, sort my hair, and then we're ready to go. Okay, evening dress on. I decided to go for the long sleeve option. I bought the beautiful kind of purple halter neck with me, but seeing as it's quite chilly and you have to walk outside quite a bit to get to the evening venue, I thought I'd go with the long sleeve version. However, I have made an almighty error. I can't believe it, because I thought I put the shoes that I wore to the event in London last night straight in my bag for tonight, but I didn't. So I don't have any evening shoes with me. So my two options are either the lovely but chunky Fairfax and 𝑭𝒂𝒂 boots that I wore earlier, or my 𝑭𝒂𝒂𝒂 barefoot trainers that I bought for the gym. I think I'm gonna go with these. Oh, I'm so annoyed. I should have had I wanted to be wearing my beautiful gold Manolo shoes. Well, at least I'll be comfortable. I can't believe it. I mean, you guys can't see. Hopefully it'll be so dark everyone will be looking up here and not down there. I'm gonna clip my bow into my hair. All the velvet this evening. I love how easy it is to just clip in. And we're ready to go. Come to the new event space. Oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful room. Look at this. This is what we are here to watch tonight. Cannot wait. We've got espresso martinis and margaritas at the bar. We were lucky that anyone was able to come.
Apparently volunteering for a fundraiser now, so. No. Yes, it has.
Good morning from the kitchen garden at Estelle. Looks like it's trying to brighten up a little bit. It was very grey when I came out this morning to go for a quick workout. We've got breakfast in the glass house, which is this building up here. So excited. I'm a little bit late because I decided to put some fake tan on. Oopsie. Gosh, look at this echinacea. I think that's echinacea. It's, wow. That's amazing. I really want to grow that next year. It's such a great medicinal plant. I'm going to have a proper little look through the garden after breakfast, but I'm in desperate need of coffee. And then after breakfast, says the gang, I will fill you in on what happened last night because I am speechless. Breakfast coffee. A proper good morning. I feel a little bit more alert now that I've had my morning coffee. That was such a nice breakfast in the glass house, and just took a little stroll around the property. It's turned out to be the most beautiful morning. So last night we were treated to the most incredible drinks party and then dinner, and then Sky had basically taken over this room, turned it into a cinema, and we all sat down with our cups of tea. Some people had cocktails, many of us had cups of tea, to watch the first episode of 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, and it's now on Sky, but you can get the whole of season 1. I don't know if we know if there's going to be a season 2 yet, but oh my goodness, I couldn't wait to get back to the room to carry on watching it. That is how insane and intense and addictive that program is. You may have seen trailers. If I can pop a few clips on the screen here. If you watched Succession, it's Shiv who's the main character, and obviously I only know what's happened in episode 1, so absolutely no spoilers, but her son is meant to be on a play date with another child organised by another mum from the school, and it turns out that that didn't happen and she has no idea where her son is. It's literally the kind of program where your heart is racing because you can't even imagine what's going on for this family, thinking through every single thing that you've done, trying to think, was that my fault? Should I have noticed this? Should I have done this differently? It's quite like a slightly stressful watch, but if you love thrillers, if you love kind of true crime, which I very much do, I know it seems a little bit weird, but I really love crime kind of things. I was hooked. I am hooked. I watched episode 2 in bed last night, but I did fall asleep halfway through because it was past my bedtime, so I cannot wait to carry on watching it. It's, yeah, such an incredible program. I've got a little bit of a, oh, and if you've got Sky Go, then you can watch it on your phone, which is super easy, or on your normal Sky account. But how amazing to be in such a gorgeous place with so many lovely people. I've met girls and guys here that I'd never met before, and I feel like it's just such an amazing group of people, and friends that I've known from the past as well. So it's just been a great couple of days, or great 24 hours, but I'm actually now heading to Surrey, to Charlie's mum and dad's house, and we've got a really fun 24 hours planned there. But logistically thinking, I think I'm going to share that in the next vlog because there's just so much happening over the next few days, so I'm going to wrap this one up here. I will leave a link down below to where you can watch all her faults. So you guys, honestly, big recommendation from me. I think that it's gonna keep a script through. Well, to be honest, I'm probably gonna binge it in the next week, but yeah, definitely my favorite thing that I've seen on TV for autumn winter 2025 so far. Also, as I mentioned earlier, loving the Iris affair, also gripped on that. But now I've got the awkward thing where Charlie hasn't started watching All Her Fault, so maybe when we're on the plane I'll get him to download it and catch up. Anyway, those are the logistics of watching things with your partner or not. But I'm going to wrap up the vlog. Thank you so much for watching everything that I've worn, including this cute little cape knit and mentioned, including the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 𝙄𝙢. I'll leave a link in the description box down below, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye bye.